things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can.
Cause I just wanna hear it out your mouth, yeah. Give me fuel, it's a tool that I use to go ahead and run my mouth, yeah. I take shots, I take loss, I make shots, I miss lots. I tell you get big box, you get yachts, you swing lots and pop off a big shot. I ain't done chasing, got big dreams, bigger things, impatient. Who's at the top think they need replacement? Who's at the top think I'm gonna erase them? Face it, I don't give up quick, I don't give up shit, I won't give up this. Cause I know that I want it, know that I'm on it, I'll make it, I promise.
You don't wanna fuck with me. A slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can.
To a limit where it needs to feed. I work blind, got vision I don't need to see. I'm picking mind over matter, I believe in me. I need to find more hours in the day to breathe. Need to find more power in the way I be. And when my mind turns sour with the painful scenes, I need to scream out loud, I can't stop me. I wanna be the greatest like Rocky. You know I leave them all hating like a hobby. I'm out here making moves like a lobby. And if you ain't with me, it's your loss. See, I got my mind on the facts, I'm a python, grab what I like real fast. So until I have everything I attack, everything that I lack, everything that I want, and I see, matter of fact.
Cause I'm my own worst enemy. Only if I let it be. I can control anything if I can just think carefully. I control my destiny. Deep up in my mind I manifest it. Every morning I wake up obsessed and everything I do the best. And deep within my mind you know I'll always manifest it.
I wake up every minute with the fever dreams. I push my mind to a limit where it needs to be. I work blind, got vision I don't need to see. I'm picking mind over matter, I believe in me. I need to find more hours in the day to breathe. Need to find more power in the way I be. And when my mind turns sour with the painful scenes, I need to scream out loud, I can't stop me. I wanna be the greatest like Rocky. You know I leave them all hating like a hobby. I'm out here making moves like a lobby. And if you ain't with me, it's your loss. See, I got my mind on the facts, I'm a python, grab what I like real fast. So until I have everything I attack, everything that I lack, everything that I want, and I see matter of fact.
Cause I'm my own worst enemy. Only if I let it be. I can control anything if I can just think carefully. I control my destiny. Deep up in my mind I manifest it. Every morning I wake up obsessed, and everything I do the best. And deep within my mind you know I'll always manifest it. I'm my own worst enemy. Only if I let it be. I can control anything if I can just think carefully. I control my destiny. Deep up in my mind I manifest it. Every morning I wake up obsessed, and everything I do the best. And deep within my mind you know I'll always manifest it.
Yes, people, big up to all of you and good morning to you all, good afternoon, good evening. I wholeheartedly offer whatever suits your time zone. I hope you're all doing well. Today it's going to be more of a Chelsea news hunt, and that's because there aren't too many news items out there to discuss, but we have a few lined up, and chances are we're going to talk a lot about the little we have lined up. But more importantly, I do hope you're all doing, and I appreciate you all finding the time to join the Blue Morning Show this particular morning. I appreciate you all and cannot thank you all enough for this the support that's been coming from you. And we're getting closer and closer to 20,000 subscribers. Without wasting much of your time, sit back, relax, and let's get into the show. Yes, people, I appreciate you all once again for finding the time to join the Blue Morning Show this particular morning, which is 9 minutes into the show. Excuse me, and already we have 9 likes. Sincerely do appreciate that, but we can definitely do better than that. Yeah, well, like I said, we don't have too many items lined up to discuss, but chances are we'll talk a lot about the little we have lined up. But let me see anybody in the chat already. But as the show progresses, if you find anything about Chelsea online that you think we should talk about, bring it out. Just let me know. Proceed it with the word topic so I can highlight it, and then we can come back to it later so that I don't deviate from the current topic as I try to address to get us to talk about the topic that you suggest in the chat. The first item here comes from the Maya Forward, who's saying that Gallagher definitely staying. Forget I see rumors his thing. Yeah, he's staying at least to the summer. Then when we get the summer, we'll see if excuse me, the truth remains a lot can change from now to the summer. And I've always said that, but I knew he was going to stay beyond January. And I did tell people, but beyond January, we're now beyond January, and I'm not too sure what's going to happen. And for the reason I mentioned at the time, the fact that his contract situation comes into play, which is going to make it difficult for the club to keep him, even if they want to, and he refuses to accept whatever offer they have for him on the table. So I'm not gonna hold my breath or that he stays beyond summer. So I'm just gonna go with what I get. I'm not too sure what's gonna happen. So I'm gonna leave it at that. And please, if you're following the show, here's what you do. We're still experimenting quite a lot, trying to put a lot together. In the process, I broke my I call it my design device, the iPad I used to design thumbnails and everything. That's why we used a generic thumbnail yesterday, not very specific to the topics we discussed yesterday. But thank goodness I'm not going to say who got me a new one, and I sincerely do appreciate that. And this particular comment on the screen just to educate you on how things work on smaller devices as we continue to experiment. All for the growth, or for the benefit of the community, to grow it. The aim is to reach 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. It's tiring, and that's because I haven't found any willing is a participant. I don't know what other language to use that can help make the load a little less for me. But that's, by the way, this says a swipe up to go full screen. 1, 2, press and hold your screen for about a second to see like and comment options. Dropping the likes on the stream. I know a lot of us already know. And Ty is in the house. Ty, it's been a minute, and I understand the reason behind that. You've been busy with your education, and that should be your priority. So, yeah, understandable. If when you get time, share the link to your YouTube channel so people can go check it out. And my bro, JC did come to my rescue yesterday at Nizan's Okay, the soundboard works until the Bluetooth game joins the show. But JC, nice to see you. More importantly, I hope you're doing well. I appreciate you and all your support. Thank you so much for finding the time to join. And my bro Vic is in the house. Vic, this is for you, brother. Thank you for finding the time to join the show. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, before we start addressing the items we have lined up, we don't have too many items lined up. But you as a participant in the chat there, if you look and you see any important topic that you feel like we should address, just put it in the chat, precede it with topic, and then I'll highlight it so we can talk about it later. I appreciate you all once again for finding the time to join the show. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. And to drop a like on the stream, it's really easy. Just press and hold your screen for about a second, then you see the options to like and comment on the on it. And quickly, I'm going to say this: as soon as we get done addressing the items we have lined up, we're not going to waste time too much. And that's because it just doesn't make sense to continue when we don't have anything to talk about. So the sooner we get done, the better. It doesn't. We don't have to stay here and be boring ourselves to death. But that's, by the way, the first item. Let's start addressing it, and I want to hear your thoughts on that. Probably not many people will have not a lot of people will have anything to say about this. It says that Chelsea are facing a nightmare choice over plans for a new stadium. The bosses believe that they have only two options: spend 6 years away from Stamford Bridge while it is redeveloped, or pay over the odds to buy land and build elsewhere. Building elsewhere actually will present serious issues for them to navigate. That's because the pitch owners' agreement with the club is that if they decide to leave Stamford Bridge, they have to forfeit the name Chelsea FC. So I don't think it would be nice to do that. But if the owners feel like changing the name and also moving elsewhere will allow them the freedom to build the sort of stadium they want to build and also make more profit, I think they do it. Maybe they'd have to have a conversation with the owners and try to explain to them the importance, how beneficial it will be for the club to rebuild elsewhere because maybe we don't have enough space at where the Stamford Bridge is located. And I think is it forfeit the name Chelsea FC? I think if the argument is forfeit the name Stamford Bridge, I think that's easy peasy. They will just do that without even having any sort of conversation with them. They'll probably sell the stadium naming right to some organization and earn a lot of money from it, and make a lot of money from it. So I think the biggest problem will be the fact that if they decide to move away from the bridge, they'd have to forfeit the name Chelsea FC. So that presents a huge issue for them. So let me know what you think about that. If you have anything to add to that, it'd be interesting to see what you have to say. For me, I wouldn't mind us moving as long as they keep the name Chelsea. It's not like if they change the name from Chelsea to something else, and I'll stop supporting the club. I'll continue to support the club. But I think they wouldn't want to change the name either, and that's because it would create a branding nightmare for them, which probably will cost a lot to fix, in my opinion. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show. 10 likes, but we can do much better than that. And to see the likes and comment options, just press and hold your screen for about a second or even half a second, actually. Thanks, Roger, for correcting that when I was saying for about 3 seconds. And then you see the options to like and comment on the video, whichever one again you decide to do. Let's say keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. Do go along. We appreciate you all. Let's see what else we have in the chat here, and that is coming from let me see. I think I need my glasses. Mine is getting old. Says Chelsea this season one. Okay, summer series. Tottenham for the past 50 years, none. Very nice to see you. I hope you're doing well, and I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. I mean, it still counts as a trophy, but for banter reasons, I will always bring that up. So a good one there from you, Ray. Indeed, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. And Ray, if you have a YouTube channel, let us know. We are selfless here, and you could argue selflessness is the reason why we're growing as quickly as we're growing. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Sincerely, do appreciate you all finding the time to join the show. So the stadium issue, if you're in the chat and you have anything to add to that conversation, let's say just give me a minute. I'm trying to connect to our Instagram stream line so we can reach people there. That particular account is actually growing. On TikTok, we're about, I think, 13,000 followers. On Instagram, around 3,000 plus, getting to 4,000. But let's say what do you think about the fact that the owners are considering moving away from Stamford Bridge, probably to an area where they'd have the space to build the sort of stadium they want to build? And do you think, do you prefer the option where the option where we spent 6 years outside of Stamford Bridge? Let's hear you, whatever you have to say. Just give me a second here. I'm trying to connect the show to Instagram so that we can reach more people. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. As we don't have too many items lined up to discuss, but as soon as we're done addressing the items we'll have lined up here, we call it a day. And by the way, Ray, that's an excellent banter, and I seriously do like it. Let me see what else I have here. Just give me a second here. So I'll wait for you if you have anything to add to that. The owners, again, they're considering moving away from Stamford Bridge, and I'm quite sure a lot of us are well acquainted with the fact if they decide to do that, they'd have to forfeit the name Chelsea FC, except if they're able to convince the pitch owners that what they're doing is for the good of the club. And I think even if it doesn't happen now, sometime in the future it will still happen. I don't think we have a good enough space there to build the sort of stadium that you could argue will be befitting to the size of club we are, in my opinion. Let's see, people. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. How many likes do we have? 10 likes. We can do much, much better than that. Once again, I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show. Just give me a minute here. I'm trying to connect to Instagram to help us reach more people. Right, there you go. Let's see if that works. Let's move on to the next item we have lined up. It doesn't look like anybody's interested in discussing the stadium issue. Let's go. All right, the next item here talks about Brighton CEO. I laughed a lot when I saw that one. So the report is from Andy Nelo, that represents, you could say, Brighton. You could just call him a Brighton aligned Juno, for lack of a better language there. It reports Brighton CEO Paul Barber is saying it just so happens that Cobham is close to Brighton than pretty much any other Premier League training ground, which is a bit frustrating because it means it's an easy move for some of our people. This particular comment, in all honesty, I'm not sure what to make of it, but we're just going to move on to the next topic, the following report to that one, which is more specific, and you can say something that we all can what's the language I'm looking for, relate to. This says Brighton CEO Paul Barber also saying Todd Boehly was one of the first people at Wembley to come and say hello. We joked about the fact that Tony Bloom and I were both wearing red ties. Okay, good to know. He's a nice guy. He's a very successful businessman. Yes, we've probably had a few too many dealings with each other than I would have liked, than he would have liked probably. But that's business. Yeah, of course, he had to end it with that's business. And that's because they're all milking us to death, making a lot of money from us. They buy a player for £2 million and then get to sell it to us for at least £30 million. And they've sold it to us for £115 million. And I'm not sure they paid up to £10 million for him when they signed him. But at the same time, I'd argue, they were the ones that went through the process of nurturing the players to the level where we felt like they're good enough to play for Chelsea Football Club and decided to go for them. So, I don't know if you were listening, any of you are still waiting, if you have anything to say with regards to the possibility of Chelsea moving away from Stamford Bridge to another ground. And I'm going to read that particular comment again, then I will come back to the Brighton statement, which says, Chelsea are facing a nightmare choice over plans for a new stadium. The bosses believe they have only two options: spend 6 years away from Stamford Bridge while it is redeveloped, or pay over the odds to buy land and build elsewhere. I have no idea what to say about that or what to suggest. And Bobby is in the house here. Bobby, that stadium discussion caused quite a controversy in the early days of the channel. Miss those all the cranky panelists. Yeah, I remember. I think it was Stab especially. Bobby also. I think Bobby Smoky Signal is always, again, he doesn't care whether we decide to remain at the bridge or maybe the owners decide to buy our land elsewhere to build the stadium. But there are some people who doesn't want the club to move, not realizing that moving elsewhere will allow us to build the sort of stadium we want to build size-wise, and then help us increase yearly revenue and be, you can say, and be making a lot of money from it, which will go a long way for the club. They just want the club to stay there. That's all that matters to them. Well, let's see what else you have here. Boehly won some battles against Brighton, but they won the war. We got our pants pulled down. In all honesty, I think that's the case. I'd say that's the case. And no wonder why the Boehly, the Brighton CEO Paul Barber ended his comment by saying, "But that's business." of course, yeah, why not? They're making a lot of money from us. We're like the biggest customers. It's like when you own a store, when the biggest spenders come to your store, yeah, you respect them, even if they end up buying everything in your store and ask you if you want to sell the store too. Sometimes you might consider selling the store to them if it means you making a lot of money. So I agree. Yeah, Stav. Yeah, Stav. Fair play to him for protecting the legacy of the club. The economics don't work though. Yeah, I haven't done the calculations, and at the time I was just one of those that was saying, yeah, if moving it to another location means the club will be doing well, then I'm all for it. And just quickly, if you're following the show on Instagram, on X, or formerly known as Twitter, we appreciate you, and that's because you following the show does go a long way for us. But I urge you to please tap your screens to help us gather more likes on whatever platform that you're following the show on. And if you don't mind, join us here on YouTube. And also do subscribe to the channel if you don't mind. I appreciate you all. 10 likes, people. We can do better than that. And as soon as we get through with the topics we have lined up, we're not just going to keep going because there aren't too many stuff to talk about. And not a lot of people are interested in anything. So again, let's just leave it at there aren't too many Chelsea news out there to address. So we'll move on to the next item we have lined up. And that's another comment saying clubs looking at Roberto De Zerbi as a potential next manager will have to pay a compensation upward of £12 million to secure the Italian from Brighton in the summer. It's one manager that I don't want us to hire, and that comes as simply because of his statement that he just plays football to enjoy himself and not to win. I don't know if you've all seen the comment. It's so specific that that tells me a lot. That tells me a lot about his mindset of a manager. Even if he tries to explain it away, I don't think Chelsea fans will buy that. That comment alone does it for Chelsea fans. And big up to you too, Willie. Blessed. I hope you're doing well. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. And that's it for the Roberto De Zerbi comment. And we are 27 minutes into the show. We're addressing the next two items we have lined up. And if we don't have anything else to talk about, we just call it a day. No need to wasting our time here. And as you're watching, if you've seen anything out there on social media that you feel like we should address, you can bring it up. You can put it in the chat. Just precede your comment with the topic, calling then the topic in question, and I'll highlight it once we address all the items we have lined up. I will be sure. I will again be sure to address the item you said the topic you've suggested we'll talk about. And it's Rich Amoni. It's nice to see you. Big up legend coach and big up legend JC. Nice to see you, Rich Moneymaker. I hope you're doing well, and I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. And if you're in the chat, again, what do you make of the managers that were being linked with? At the moment, I'd say all rumors at the moment. I don't believe them. And that's because I do believe by now that the owners, they must have learned how much of a risk it is to hire managers that aren't proven. We have an unproven set a crop of players. That's an issue. We have a very inexperienced crop of players. That's an issue. And we have an entirely new squad. That's also a serious factor to bear in mind when hiring a manager. So if we hire a manager that's unproven, we are compounding our current situation. That's how I see it. And for instance, if people are talking about how well Ruben Amorim is done at Sporting CP, and I always remind them of how well Andre Villas-Boas did as I think it was Porto at the time. He won the Portuguese league with Porto without losing a single game. So I think right now we don't have the luxury of hiring managers, and you can say based on their potential, or hiring unproven managers and hoping that they come and hit the ground running of the firing and all sudden. It's a huge risk. it compounds, like I said, the issues we're facing right now. So we're better off going up for established managers who's been there, seen it all, and done it all. Even if it is for a short time, or hire them, give them contract, and if it doesn't work out in 2 or 3 years, but by the time we get to 2 3 years, that help us stabilize the ship. And I'm going to repeat something I've said 1,000 times this week, probably. The ship isn't stable right now. We need to prioritize stabilizing the ship, and then we can sail to wherever we want to sail to in simpler terms. Because again, stabilizing the ship means signing experienced players to balance things out, and also signing and establish a manager to help us get there. These players, I think, next season, again, by the time we get to next season, they have enough experience that all they need is good guidance, in my opinion. I get it. People will always bring up the argument that Pochettino not just young players. And in my opinion, I'd say that's all he knows how to do. Beyond that, we're done. And that's just my opinion. Beyond that, when it matters, he will always falter. But we're not here to argue about the manager. But the rumors that we're looking to replace him at the end of the season is hitting up. That the reason we haven't let him go is just that leaving him to finish the season with us would mean that he'd have just about a year left on his contract. As such, the payoff won't be that much. We have a new report here which says if the Chelsea owners are willing to swallow their pride, Thomas Tuchel would consider a return to Chelsea. Todd Bowley believes that the club was significantly better positioned with Tuchel in charge. The common sense. But I'm not going to get into that argument. Do I think Tuchel will still come back to Chelsea? It's a possibility, but I think it'd be difficult. But if he, because if you see things from his from Thomas Tuchel's perspective, you'd argue that he was had hard done by. They did him dirty. But if he's willing to look beyond whatever happened, transpired at the time that led to them firing him and come back, I would take him. I would gladly take him, but that's who I am. Let's see what else we have. You keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go along when we have Mabas05, my Iraqi bro. Nice to see you here. I hope you're doing well, and I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. We have 22 people in total watching. You could argue 55% of those on X and also Instagram. But please keep dropping the likes on the stream. Hold your screen for half a second, and then you see the option to leave a like and also comment. Big up to you, to my Iraqi bro. I'm sorry, Mr. Jackson. I like that song. And Andre 3000. Did he do that as a solo song, or was it with his group? I can't quite remember. For real, I love that song, and by the way, I love Andre 3000. I just can't sing right now. We should sing that song for him. Maybe we should. But keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. 13 likes. We should be doing way better than that, people. If you haven't, please take a second to drop a like on the stream, and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I don't want Brighton, the manager, and he has criticized our team many times. If it's good enough, the list of my concerns is his criticism of our team, and I admit it. But I don't think it's good enough. And that statement, well, if should we hire him? That statement that he just wants to play football to enjoy himself and not to win trophies. Maybe you can say a language barrier is an issue there, but that statement will always follow him. Chelsea fans don't forget. That's one thing that you can argue that's constant with Chelsea fans. We don't forget. Okay, I meant again. I don't want the Brighton manager. I don't want him either. I don't want him, in my opinion. But not because again his criticism of our players. But the fact that I'm concerned about his mentality. Coach, the Chelsea board doesn't want to sack Pochettino. He's building a very good chemistry. Some of the players. His thing. I've said it 1,000 times, and I'm going to say it one more time. Pochettino, I don't think he's the man long term, but we're not here to talk about Pochettino anyway. I just think when it matters, he will falter, and I'm just going to leave it at that. we're talking about Chelsea being linked with Ruben Amorim and also Roberto De Zerbi. The two of them I don't want. Let's go for an established manager. Going for any manager an unproven manager is a huge risk. And if you bring up the argument that Amorim, he won the title for Sporting CP after 19 years, I tell you, then yeah, we hired AVP that won the Portuguese league without losing a single game. And how did that pan out? So yeah, I'm tired of us, you can say, just more like approaching the future, you can say things we do at the club more like a try and error approach. I don't like that. It compounds the situation. I would take Tuchel back at Chelsea. I would do anything to bring Tuchel back at Chelsea. Yeah, I'm the same. But do I think it will happen? In my opinion, I'd say no. But you never know. Anything can happen. It was outcast. Yeah, okay. So he didn't do that as a solo. Yeah, but he's the only guy I know out of that group. And I like him. Kachila, have you been watching the recent Bayern games? TT giving off the same vibes as a preseason tour. Yes, then I'd argue Bayern's biggest problem is that I think the one that's good. The you can say the group overall. You can say they're not as good as they were 2 years ago or so, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but I think Tuchel has it in him, and I'd rather Tuchel than the manager we have right now. But I'd still say I don't see Tuchel coming back to Chelsea. And again, I have to bring up this particular report that I have on the screen here that we've addressed. Him saying that he's open returning to Chelsea if the owners swallow their pride and say, you know what, if the owners swallow their pride and decide, you know what, I think let's just bring him back. I will take him. And Todd Bowley believes that the club was significantly better positioned with Thomas Tuchel, and that's the truth. It's a simple truth, in my opinion. Big up to you too, Aka. Nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. We should have kept Porter if the replacements were going to be Porter. Yeah, because by now chances are, you can say he would have figured things out, for lack of better language there. Because Mauricio Pochettino, he hasn't. You can say he hasn't done better than Potter, in my opinion. Let's see what else we have here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. If Chelsea bring Tuchel back, it will be similar to Mourinho making a return to Chelsea back in 2013. Coach, is Tuchel a better manager than Conte? Here's the thing. Let's go by the trophies they've won. I'd say, yeah, Conte hasn't won the Champions League. Conte actually, he hasn't won any European trophy. So if we have to measure how good they are by comparing, if we have to, you can decide who's better than the other by comparing the trophies they won. Tuchel is the much better manager than the two. From his time at Mainz, Dortmund, and also Paris Saint-Germain and Chelsea. You could argue he's won it all. While what's his name, Antonio Conte, no, just at Inter Milan, and then Chelsea Football Club. Has he won anything else anywhere else? You just let me know. Has he won anything anywhere else? Nothing comes to mind. So he's the better manager of the two. Conte for me is too pragmatic, and don't forget that the reason Chelsea fans were in favor of Conte can be getting fired at the time was his overly pragmatic approach, especially against teams like Manchester City. That again, I will never forget that game. The last game we played under Antonio Conte before he got fired, it was disgraceful. It was as if we were a Division 10 team playing against Man City on that day. But that's why we keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. To find the like button, just press and hold your screen if you're using a mobile device, then you see the like incoming options. If you want to go full screen, just swipe up and you'll be able to go full screen. Saying, Coach, is Tuchel a better manager than Conte? I'd say yes. We don't even need to go into details. Big up to you too, Phil Sips. I appreciate you finding time to join the show. In my opinion, Tuchel is much better than Conte. Yeah, even if you don't want to look at the trophies they've won, in my opinion. and that says what's that one there? Conte has never won a European trophy. Yeah, I did say that. He bottled the Europa League final 4 years ago. It was against Sevilla when Conte was at Inter Milan. But I decided again, if you have to, if you just want to simplify the comparison between the two managers, just go with the trophies they've won. The other one, to me, overly pragmatic sometimes, and on some occasions, I think I've seen him come across as if he lacked ideas when it matters. Coach, I want to take Tuchel back. Rather, you won't take Tuchel back. Rather stay with Pochettino. Tuchel will fall out with the club. And honest, I don't see him as a solution. I think you just I think the manner at which he left Chelsea still, you can argue, clouds your judgment to some extent. You're not looking beyond the rumored reasons why he left Chelsea Football Club. But let me not put words into your mouth. You know why you said that. But I'm going to move on beyond that. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes will go a long way. Everyone keep dropping the likes on the stream. Hold on to your screen. Press and hold your screen for about a second or so. The like and comment options will pop up, and then you decide. Antonio Conte didn't get fired. He left because he didn't get the players he wanted during the 2017 summer transfer. No, if Conte left and wasn't fired, why did we had to experience that prolonged court battle between him and Chelsea about his payoff? He was fired. If he left, we'd have no need to pay him off. So I don't believe he left. He was fired. He wanted the club to. I think there was some controversies at the time. How he led again. His text messages led to Diego Costa wanting to leave the club at the time, which the club you can say saw as an issue. You can say that the text messages, his text message exchanges with Diego Costa led to the Diego Costa's valuation at the time dropping significantly. So because he wanted to leave. So I think the club they blamed Antonio Conte for that. But Houston, I'm just going to go back to the fact that he didn't leave, he was fired, which was what led to that prolonged court battle, because we were thinking, we're not supposed to pay him off. I can't quite remember what transpired between Antonio Conte's camp and the club's hierarchy at the time, but I'm just going to move on to that. But I still argue that he wasn't, he didn't leave, he was fired. Coach, why did Sarri left Chelsea after he won us the Europa League? He wanted to go back to Italy and probably didn't feel loved by the fans. There were the majority of the fan base at the time, you can say, were I think what's the language I'm looking for? Didn't really, like I said, buy into his ideas. I think we were I wouldn't say brainwashed. I think we were again, a lot of the Chelsea, majority of the Chelsea fans at the time fell for what the narrative in the media at the time, when because Sarri's approach takes time to get used to. So at the time they were calling our approach to the game sorry ball and all that, and Chelsea fans, you can say, amplified that, leading to a lot of people not paying attention how good we were at the time. We were so good then when we played Man City, we outplayed them, and all that. But that's fine. I'm going to move on to that. So Sarri didn't feel loved. That's one. But he also later again expressed that he regrets leaving Chelsea Football Club. That he would have been better off had he stayed. And I would have loved him to stay at the time, because I loved him. And I was able to see what he was seeing. To look beyond the time, you can say, to look beyond how good we were at the time, to see that he's building something special. And the club wanted him to stay too, but he wanted to go back to Italy, citing the health of his dad at the time. I can't quite remember, but I just don't want to be throwing information at you from my wazoo. We need a tough manager who is passionate on the touchline, rather than sitting in, relaxing on the bench without doing anything. It makes our players unmotivated. I would say that's an argument for another day. Conte was sacked because he fell out with the owners and then did something that led to the valuation or the transfer fee of Diego Costa dropping significantly at the time. Sarri left it because he felt homesick. That's yeah. And he wanted to go back to Italy, and also Sarri ball didn't suit the English football. It only suits the Serie A football. I wouldn't. Anyway, you're entitled to your opinion. And but that's by the way. What if the fans unveil that Tuchel banner at Stamford Bridge during the game? Dushma Isra, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. That would be saying to the owners, that would be saying to the owners, not good enough. Let them give it a shot. I'd rather Thomas Tuchel right now than Mauricio Pochettino, in my opinion. Let's see, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show this particular morning. And the blue to forget me in the house. I appreciate you. Wow, I'm sweating really. Any manager that can KO Pep 3 times in a single season has my vote. Big up, coach, and I know where you're going with that. And yeah, Thomas Tuchel, 3 games in a row, and the third one at the time, or the icing on the cake, the Champions League. Yeah. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go along. Well, I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show. If Sarri stayed, we wouldn't have given debut to Abraham, Mount, Tomori, Drains, again, like Lampard did. Sarri wouldn't have done those things. Let's be honest here. Frank Lampard didn't give the youngsters a chance because he wanted to, really. He had no option at the time because we were still we were facing, again, we were banned for I think it was two transfer windows or so. I can't quite remember. So he was forced to use the players. He was forced to make do with what he had at the time. And okay, look what happened. The moment he had the opportunity to sign the likes of Kai Havertz and all the players who signed under Frank Lampard, we started seeing less and less of Tammy Abraham. Tell me if that wasn't the case. But that's by the way, I'm going to bring in. I have my bro in the house. I have Phil. Phil, how are you doing? Let's start. I don't know if you're interested in talking about the possibility of Chelsea leaving Stamford Bridge and whether you'd like them to stay at the bridge or leave the bridge, or if you'd prefer talking about this particular report on the screen here, which says which reads, if the Chelsea owners were willing to swallow their pride, Thomas Tuchel would consider a return to Chelsea. Todd Bowley believes that the club were significantly better positioned with Thomas Tuchel in charge. Let's hear you. What do you make of that? Would you consider Thomas Tuchel coming back to Chelsea if it were up to you?
Big up, coach. Big up the comment section. For me personally, I think with Tuchel, it's now water under the bridge. We need to forget about him because in as much as
just go ahead, I'll be back in a few seconds.
We don't usually like to tarnish his reputation, but of course he won us the Champions League. But if you can actually go and watch some of the games that we played under him, the way we played was really dreadful. We're not playing good football. However, he won us the Champions League, and we played really bad, but we still got the results. That's something which I wanted about him. But as for now, with the players that we have, I don't think getting someone like Tuchel is going to be a very good idea because he's just not working. Even if you look at Bayern right now, the way they are playing football, it's really boring football which they are playing. They are not playing interesting football. They are getting results here and there because, of course, they are Bayern. But with the quality of players they have, they should be doing much, much better than they are doing now, besides the fact that they have injuries. And personally, I don't see Thomas Tuchel as the right man right now with this kind of project we have. As for now, we need a coach who is going to be there mostly when you are actually going to work with younger players to develop them. Tuchel doesn't have a good track record with younger players. Look at how he used to have Callum Hudson-Odoi. He didn't usually get the minutes most of the time when Tuchel was there to actually help with his development. And most of the players we have right now, we have younger players, players like Modric, players like Enzo, and all these players they need to develop and become even much much better than they are right now. And I don't think that development is going to come under Thomas Tuchel. I don't see it. But, he was a good coach for us. For me, one thing which I just didn't like was his football. His football was just not good. It was just too boring. But of course, we got results. So for me personally, I don't feel as if he's the right man right now. I don't know what you think, coach.
Now, I'm saying this thing. In my opinion, it's simple, really. Football is a result-driven business. So, again, his approach isn't as boring. You can say, such as let's just go, yeah, Mourinho and Antonio Conte. Both managers can be overly pragmatic sometimes, and Chelsea players had issues with that.
Yeah, true.
Chelsea players, yeah, Chelsea fans, so to speak, had issues. Even players, to a certain extent, had issues with our managers at the time. You can say being overly pragmatic, and I think that's something we have to consider. With Thomas Tuchel, I think they were happy playing under him. He had issues with some of the players because he wanted them gone. He realized, he was telling us at the time, look, yeah, these guys earn it. We need to make some changes. I remember when he said, same players, same issues. I'd rather Thomas Tuchel than Mauricio Pochettino, and I think Callum Hudson-Odoi's case again. He was playing, but Colin Hudson-Odoi wanted to be signed week in week out, and that was Tuchel didn't like that. I think but even before he left, he started playing more and more under Thomas Tuchel, and I get it sometimes deployed in the right wing position, but people at the time weren't paying attention to the application of the structure. All they know is that he's playing wingers in the wing back positions, forgetting that their primary responsibilities are the primary responsibilities of wingers when deployed as wing back is to participate in the offensive area and not to defend. Actually, the 2-6s were doing the jobs of protecting the defense because the wing backs were always in the opposition area. So, yes, then Thomas Tuchel, for me, I think Bayern's issues isn't down to Thomas Tuchel's you can say inabilities. In my opinion, I think the issues are deeper than they know, and plus they're so entitled that whenever any other team in the Bundesliga starts doing well as Leverkusen are doing right now, they always consider firing the manager of. You can start pointing fingers. I don't think Tuchel is the reason why they're struggling, but that's my opinion anyway. You're entitled to yours. Let's see what else we have here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. And this thing saying, what does swallowing pride mean? Yeah, to not think too much about why they fired him in the first place. To realize that maybe again it was a mistake. So I agree that it was a mistake letting him go in the first place and then bring him back if he wants to come back. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all for finding the time to join the show. Let's see. We have is that Dynamitron Zero. Nice to see you, Dynamitron. I hope you're doing well. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. And sir, what do you mean with the Osimhen? Is it in Chelsea? Did I say in Chelsea? Osimhen to Chelsea. No, he's not there yet. We just have to again. The plan is to address the rumors out there to see and then come to a sensible conclusion on whether he still come to Chelsea. But rumors are other clubs are interested, but I still don't think he is a Luis Enrique's type of striker. So I'd say I don't think you see what comes for him. But that's just my opinion anyway. We'll move on from that. Let's see, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go along with 17 likes. And if you want to go full screen, if you're using a small device to swipe up, and if you want to see the like incoming options, hold your screen up for half a second or at most a second, then those options will pop up for you. Before Roman, we weren't even in the top division most of the time, and we went over 40 years without a league title. This is what I get for choosing a team just for winning. We will fall against it. I would say we were right again. It would take time. I've always known it would take that, which was why coming into the season, when asked my prediction on where I think Chelsea will finish in the table, I told people I don't know. And that's because I knew before that we have an entirely new squad, a very young squad, which means inconsistency. Will be a certainty. So I didn't expect us to be fighting an Arsenal in this. I expect us, but I told people I think we'll do well, better than a lot of people expect us to do. How well? I didn't say, and I still refuse to say how well we'll do. But we'll do well. We'll finish the season well, and then next season, that's when I'll be able to say this is where tell people where I think we finish. But that's my opinion anyway. We'll move from that. But thank you for that contribution there, Steve. I appreciate you finding the time to join. Theo Townsend says Tottenham. Okay, yeah, enjoy it, and without zero trophy. Coach, I think before Pochettino is sacked, the club and medical team should at least try as much as possible to have all players fit and available. I'm patient enough to wait for a fully fit squad. Yes, then hopefully by the time we have our players back that would be doing much better, I'll take it. It's as simple as that. As much as I've expressed my opinion on what I think of Mauricio Pochettino, whether he's the man for the job long term or not. If he starts doing well, I'll take it. Because if he does well, my club, it just simply means my club is doing well. So, yeah, why not? Before Tuchel got sacked, I was always Tuchel in. I was never Tuchel out. If any Chelsea fans, some Chelsea fans were. If Chelsea fans were Tuchel out, then they don't deserve to be Chelsea fans. They should go support Man City. Yes, then I said this before. Some of the Chelsea fans that don't like Thomas Tuchel, some of them their hatred for Tuchel stem from their perceived ill treatment of Christian Pulisic and Romelu Lukaku. I don't want to get into that, but I'm going to just again close that chapter by saying that's my opinion anyway. But I'm not too sure he comes back. If he comes back, I'll take him. Let's see what we have. You keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go a long way. It says breaking news: that Chelsea lineup move for Nico Williams. How good is he really? How good is he? Can you elaborate? Tell us more. Tell us how good he is. Is Osimhen really coming? I honestly do not know. I'd have to be honest there. I'd be lying if I say he will most definitely just. It's difficult. I'm not too sure whether we can afford him. I don't know. We've heard that we can spend 100 million in the summer and still not get into trouble. I don't know, and that's because I'm not the club's accountant, and I'm not well acquainted with the club's finances to know whether we'll be able to do that. But anything can change from now to summer. Chances I would go for a much cheaper option. Gyökeres is a cheaper option, but he's not proven. He's not done it beyond a single season, in my opinion. There are other options out there. Ivan Toney. Do I think would sign him? I don't know either. So you can just you can again take your time, sit back in, consider what we're seeing out there. For example, the likes of John Mikel Obi stating openly that he's coming to Chelsea, that he's spoken with him, and Drogba also is trying, again, they're trying to get him, they're trying to convince him. Maybe they've convinced him already, I don't know. But let me just leave it at they're trying to convince him to sign for Chelsea. Chances that means we as a club, we have an edge over other clubs that are trying to get into pen to paper for them. But my point is this: what is the more important thing to know is this: everything comes down to how much again we're willing to pay him as again how much the salary we're willing to pay him and the salary other clubs are willing to pay him. It's business for all parties involved. I don't think it comes to Chelsea if we're offering him 150 per week and the PSG comes in with 250 per week. That's £100,000 difference. So I think he'd take the PSG offer. Plus, it'd be easy to take PSG's offer because they definitely will be part of the next edition of the Champions League of Champions League. If that makes sense. Keep dropping the likes, understanding people the likes to go along. When I'm going to try to explain this again, to see the like incoming options, just press and hold your screen for half a second or at most a second. Good day to you to Supreme Quartz. Supreme Quartz, I don't like you anymore. That's because, you're one of those in the chat that always fights me. So I think you're going to the H negative place. But much love. I appreciate you. You know I'm joking, right? And my Iraqi bro here is saying, if you guys don't like the video, then Chelsea will win against Newcastle United on Monday. We don't want that. We don't want that. Not honestly, we want to win. I know it's going to be a difficult game. I haven't even looked at the numbers, the team's current form, insights to see what the most likely outcome will be. But hopefully we'll win that one. Chelsea have started to plan targets with Osimhen and Benjamin Sesko among the leading candidates for strikers. For strike hits, and I'd say most likely Benjamin Sesko, because definitely the cheaper alternative, and I don't see us paying that much money for Victor Osimhen, and I'm gonna keep saying that. But my advice overall would be don't get your hopes up. Honestly, don't hold your breath, and again, I'm not too sure what's gonna happen anyway. Let's see, and Vic, my bro, also with more updates. He's saying if the Chelsea owners, I think we've addressed that, but I'm just going to read it one more time because you have it there. If the Chelsea owners were willing to swallow their pride, Tuchel would consider to return to Chelsea. Todd Boehly believes that the club were significantly better positioned with Tuchel in charge. Oh yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. You don't go on the Thomas Tuchel. You don't go into games of fearing that we were going to lose again. If at the end of the match we lost, that's when you start again. We start having conversations as to why we lost that game. But these days we're going to games. You'll be fearing the worst. Tuchel to make a Chelsea return and Pochettino to Bayern Munich. What? You dreaming? Bayern hiring Pochettino? I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening. I don't see any world where that happens. But that's just my opinion anyway. Nico Williams, 21 height, 5 feet 11 inches, so almost 6. So career total appearance 142, only 18 goals. Does it matter? It doesn't really matter. And here's why I say it doesn't matter. That's because we sign players based on their potential. And I think Sesko is actually a good player. He's a good player in my opinion, but let's see what happens. You want us to take it outside? Supreme Court, do you want us to take it outside? Do you want to come at me? Do you want to give it a shot? But Bass is saying, I don't want Nico Williams at Chelsea. I'd rather prefer Nico Jackson on the left winger than Nico Williams. Nicholas Jackson, I think we don't know how good that guy will be for us in the future. I think he will be here for a long time. And boy, there's a good player in there, and we're seeing flashes of what he's capable of doing. And it can only get better, but more importantly, we're seeing that he's better off deployed on the flanks than centrally again as our pivot in the attacking area. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go along. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the list. Two reports here. I think Nico Williams. Yep, I think we've addressed that one because Vic presented us with that update in the chat. Yeah, Chelsea have started to plan targets with Osimhen and Benjamin Sesko among the leading candidates for striker. Yep. Let's see what else we have here. Nico Williams is on Chelsea's radar as the club begin to draw up their plans for the summer transfer window. And then another report here, update from my bro, AD. AD, I appreciate you. I cannot thank you enough, which reads, with potential move for Nico Williams, there's no suggestion that Chelsea is looking to offload either Raheem Sterling or Mykhailo Mudryk this summer, and both players remain, let me see. And here's something I want to say quickly. Mudryk is not going anywhere, but I can assure you, if Chelsea get a sizable offer for Raheem Sterling, they sell him in a heartbeat. But just that's my opinion. We have 42 people watching, but nearly 50% of that on other social media platforms. And wherever, whatever social media you're following the show on, we appreciate you, and that's because you provide great value to the community. And if you don't mind, please take a second. If you're following the show on Instagram, tap your screen to help us garner more likes there. On X, also do the same to help us garner more likes there to reach more people. We appreciate you and cannot thank you enough for finding the time to be with us this particular morning. Thank you, all of you. And like just there, Josh on Instagram. Josh, sorry, I had to close the Instagram window. That's because it slows down my system, and we've been having a lot of issues. And Josh is asking, do people want to win? Play good football. Give me results. Yeah. Here's I'm going to say results now. And that's why if we decide to hire content, I don't mind. Let's stabilize the ship right now and then sail to wherever we want to sail to. So I'll take that. But Josh, thank you. I'm just, again, I always close the Instagram window. That's because it slows down my system for some reason, and I don't know why. Yeah, I think Mudryk stays. Mudryk is here to stay. We know he's a good player. Raheem Sterling, and I'm going to repeat what I've said before. If Chelsea gets, if we get a sizable fee, I think the club will sell him, and that's because he's the most inconsistent player at Chelsea right now. He's one of the top earners. Again, in the absence of Lukaku, he's the club's top earner, which means the club would be looking to offload him, but it's not easy. Yeah, if we want to offload him without selling him, yeah, we would spend quite a lot. And I don't think Raheem cares that much. I don't think he's actually playing to get a chance to play for England again. He's probably concerned about earning more money now for to secure his future. So if by any miracle the Saudis come with a sizable fee for him and probably pay him more money, I think he would take the offer and we get a fee from him and sell him. But that's fine. We keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. We are at 20 likes, but I think we can do much better than that. And to see the like option, incoming option, just press and hold your screen for half a second, or maybe at most a second. You'd see those options. To go full screen on a mobile device, to swipe up. Coach, fight Raheem Sterling back. Fight Raheem Sterling. Beat him up for not performing well at Cup. No, I'm not going to do that. And I should be careful when I read. I'm not sure actually was demonetized. I think we were joking. And I read something about somebody unaliving themselves again by climbing a pole or something like that. And I think they will review it. But I wish I should be careful what I read here. Actually, Benjamin Sesko, age 20, height 6'4" inches, a career total 154 appearances, 62 goals. Yeah, that's more like it. Yeah, that's more like it. Yeah, Javier Sanchez, nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. So Sesko for me is good. And probably I think he'd be the one we will most likely go for. Osimhen, I wouldn't rule it out, but I will not hold my breath. Yeah, and and hope that the owners will sign him. And I will still be alive. Nicholas Jackson would be Rafa Lecon on the left wing. I think he has a good start to him. Next one we have here, my favorite player is Enzo Fernandez. He's an excellent player. I like him. And I hope he stays at Chelsea for a while. And he's promised he will stay. He's here to stay. He was properly briefed on the project before he joined us. So everything that's happening right now, probably he knew he knew before time that it was gonna take a while before everything things will fall into place and we'll start firing on all cylinders. Let's see. He's saying coach would definitely win a fight against Raheem Sterling. Probably he's fitter than I am, so chances are he'd beat the crap out of me. So don't bet on me beating him. Big up to you to keep dropping the likes on the stream, but the likes to go along with something is slowing down the system, and now not sure what that is. 22 likes, people. Shamelessly, we should have twice as much as that. Please keep dropping the likes on the stream. And to find the like and comment options, if you're using a mobile device, just press and hold your screen. Press and hold your screen for half a second or even more to see the like and to see the like or comment option. I don't know why JC decided to start with to use all caps to use caps as much as he's done there. Remember this, we've got the Super Thomas Tuchel. He knows exactly what we need. Thiago at the back, Timo in attack. Chelsea are going to win the Champions League, and we won. Yeah, we did win the Champions League. Let's see what else we have here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. The system is a bit slow. I'm not sure why that is the case. And Jersey, hi to you too. Experience the ground breaking podcast with Kachila. Please go check it out. I think you will enjoy the conversation whenever you have time, and leave a comment there and help us share with more people. I had fun even though I was tired. I think it was three shows in total within the span of just I think 4 hours or so, but it was fun anyway. And go check it out. Be sure to watch it. Drop a like and also do subscribe to Jerry's this YouTube channel if you haven't. If Tuchel is coming back, adios Pochettino. I would take him over Pochettino anytime, any day. He has a good relationship with the fan base and went through the whole. The whole thing that we went through during the sale of the club, and when we were facing you could call it ban at the time. We were facing some ban at the time, and when he said something to the effect of, if it means driving a bus to the location of our next game, that he'd do that. So let's see. I prefer Osimhen over Sesko. Sesko should go to a team like AC Milan to prove himself. Then he can go to a bigger club once he is ready and gains more experience. I think he has the potential to do well at Chelsea, in my opinion. Let's see. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go along. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show. 22 likes. We should be doing way better than that. If Tuchel returns, then we will be happy. If Poch gets sacked so that we can bring Tuchel back, I will take it gladly. But if Poch is going to get sacked for us to get the Zerbi or maybe Amorim, I don't want it. I have to be honest. And I'm going to say something I've said before. If anybody brings up the fact that Amorim won the Portuguese league for Sporting CP after 19 years of trophy drought, or for lack of a better language there, I'd remind them that AVB won the Portuguese league without losing a single game. And how did his stint at Chelsea pan out? So you would take Tuchel back? I would. I never wanted him gone. So look, we're not here to talk about it. My boss is saying we've got Super Tom and Tuchel. He knows exactly what we need. Levi at the back, Victor in attack. Chelsea gonna win the Champions League. So you just remixed it to be more aligned to, you can say, without feature lineup, which makes sense. So I think that that's you being creative then, and I'll take that. Just a question for JC. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. Put the likes to go along with something else. Let's see if we have anything else to address here. My system is a bit slow. Yep. I'm not sure why, and I don't want to turn off the Instagram thing. I think that's the reason why it's being slow, and it shouldn't really. I think we've addressed that one. We have one more item after that one to address. Let's see. I would prefer Tuchel's return over Amorim. I feel like hiring Amorim would be another AVB situation. I mean, there's no telling what will happen, but the truth remains, it's another risk. And at this point, we need to hire an established manager. Hiring any manager, you can say an unproven manager will compound the risk again we're facing right now. Having an entirely new squad is a risk. Having an inexperienced squad is a risk. So if you hire an unproven manager, you are compounding the risk we're taking as a club, and I don't think it makes sense to do such. And Phil, if you want to come in anytime, don't wait for me. Please, if you're gonna get to speak. So if I read anything, any comments in the chat that you feel like you have something to add to it, please feel free to come in and tell me you want to. Okay, I've seen your private message, so whenever you want to come in, feel free to do so. Don't wait for me to call on you to speak before you speak. Interesting. And do you think we need more experienced players? Definitely. You really need to ask that question. I don't think you should. Get some coffee. I have coffee here, and it's working really. I still have half the cup. But yeah, I don't want to drink too much of that. I'm not sure Tuchel will find the current squad easier to work with than the one he had before. I don't know. We have talent, more importantly, and I think we're all exaggerating the lack of experience in terms with regards to our current squad, and I think that's because we tend to use age and experience interchangeably. And I've tried to explain so many times why I think actually we have a good enough experience. If anything, there's such a balance we're looking, not much on the side of experience, but more of specialists, just like getting the traditional 10 and all that. But that's a small opinion anyway. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go a long way. Let's see anything else. Tuchel also has a really a sketchy talent ID. Don't think that's a good combination with our clueless owners at the moment. I don't think. I'm not sure what to make of that. I'm just going to move on. No, I did not. I think Phil wanted to take a break. He did send me a private message that he wants to go take care of something and will join if we're still on by the time he's done. I keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go a long way. So something isn't quite right. We have 28 participants. Vote on the poll. So yeah, and we have just 22 likes. Anyway, the disparity isn't bad, really. But I think most people don't know how to find the like and comment options when we're streaming in this format. It's easy to just press and hold your screen for half a second. Then you see the option to like or comment on the video. But thank you for that. Tuchel needs help in the transfer window by hiring an elite sporting director like Michael Edwards. He would help Tuchel to make signings. Yeah. Let's see anything else. We've addressed this one. Cole Palmer. Let's talk about Cole Palmer's comment. He's saying that he's. Let me just read his comments word for word and not paraphrase here. I've definitely improved as a player coming here. I just felt like I was ready to play football week in, week out, and that's what I am doing here at Chelsea. The manager has definitely helped me. He's a top manager and a top person. Of course, you have to call him a top manager because you're playing. If you weren't playing, I think your comments would be, though probably won't make it public, you won't be happy with him. It's as simple as that. Put Ragnick over those two directors, so Tuchel as a manager and Edwards as CEO, we will be much better. They wanted to hire Edward, but at the time, he didn't want to cut his break short. He wanted to take the break, already scheduled break at the time. But let's see. I think they will still make changes in that the directors department, in my opinion. If we're getting a proper sporting director, and if we and fix our board structure, I'd be open to getting Tuchel back. So you're suggesting that given our current structure, if he comes back, he will have issues with the hierarchy. I'm not sure what you're trying to say there. But a very good point, because when Tuchel was here, he had to scout and be the sporting director. Is that what you're trying to say there? And Tuchel has said again that he wants to concentrate on coaching the team. So if we have a good structure in place, I think it will work for him. Let's see. Arsenal only do well against the smaller teams, but against the big teams, they ghost. Okay, I see that. Ragnick, let me see what this JC has here. 22 likes, people. Shamefully, I'm begging for likes, and we're still not moving well. Ragnick Club, Tuchel, Nagelsmann, they all came from some same school and in that sequence. Okay, thank you for that. And there's also the dynamic of between whoever we might get as a main sporting director and the current ones in place, like Winstanley and Stewart. That could create a strife in the board. Okay, let's see what happens here. Ragnick wanted to rip Man United apart, and it scared Man United. And okay, let's see what else we have here. Let's address all the items we have here, and then we'll call it a day. No need wasting time. I think we've addressed them all. So if you have any questions, or if you have anything you've seen out there that you'd like us to address, you go ahead and put it in the chat. I think we have about you can argue 38 minutes before the end of the show. And I'm going to wait, take a bit of a break, and sip on my coffee while I wait to see if you have any questions for me. All right, let me see if I'll find anything else out there. We've addressed that one, and I think I'm going to do a short Chelsea news video. Maybe let's end the day. Yeah, it's gonna be a long day for me. Lots of travel errands. Yeah. Let me see. I'm not seeing anything here. But let me check if I see any. I will talk about it. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Twitter. If you have any questions while you wait, let's see what my bots are saying here. Coach, have you ever had Milo before? The Milo chocolate, yeah. Is it? Yeah, chocolate, yeah. It's a very popular brand in Nigeria. But Milo isn't a coffee. I don't think that's actually in Nigeria, people call it tea. To a lot of people, it's a brand of tea, and we know what it is anyway. But that's why we keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding this, the time to join the show. If you have any questions, drop it in the chat, and I'll try to address it. From my contacts, the owners do take notice when the fans turn on them. Example, the owners didn't like the fans turning on them in the last away game. I'm not sure what to do with that information. Make me a hot chocolate drink next time. Do you think it'd be better than coffee? I can't function without coffee. Let me make it clear to you. But if you have any questions or suggestions, put it in the chat, and I will try to address it. And you know I don't know everything. And if you're following the show on Twitter, you're better off joining us on YouTube here. You get a chance. Again, we'll start doing that this month. You get a chance to win at least $50 if you're a student. But you have to be subscribed to the channel on YouTube. All right, it looks like we're going to be stuck at 22 likes until the end of the show, but that's fine. We have 17 people following the show on Twitter. I appreciate you all. If you're watching the show on Twitter and you're not subscribed to the channel, please kindly do so. We sincerely do appreciate that. I'm just kidding, Coach. My favorite people, my favorite people in the Chelsea perspective community includes Roger. I love Roger, and he knows that sometimes if you see I and Roger debating, you think we're fighting, we're not. It's just I know him fully well, and I know when to you can say tone it down a bit to give him space to get his points across. Because Roger, he likes to be objective. I'm not. Let's not get into where he stands on whether the manager should be you said let go at the end of the season and all that. But we move on from that. Coach, do you know Lewis, the Chelsea fan, the content creator? He's a good guy. I know him. We're connected on Twitter, and I'm looking forward to the day that we do a collab. Excuse me, that would be good. He operates differently, and I operate differently. In this case, on this channel, you can use you can use profanity, not the way you want to. There are some exceptions, and I don't welcome that on here. So me saying, please, if we're doing this, please, bro, can you please avoid using such words and all that? That is if he agrees to collaborate. I think he will agree if he has time. But he's a busy guy. But I know he's a very good guy and a very passionate Chelsea fan. Let's see if you have any questions. Drop it in the chat, and I'll try the best I can to address your question. You know I don't know everything, and if I need help answering your question, I will ask those in the chat to come to my rescue. 17 people following the show and on Twitter, and I want to appeal to all of you to please take a second, drop a like on the show on Twitter, and also do follow our Twitter account if you're not already. And also you can also join us on YouTube and also do subscribe to the channel. Also. Let's see anything else, Coach. He's saying, Coach, Todd Bowley needs to stop offering players an 8-year contract or lifetime contracts. I think we're not paying attention. It's actually a strategy that in a few years we'll all look back and say, oh, was that the reason why they were signing these young players and handing them a 1,000-year contract and all that? Look, things of times have changed if you're not paying attention. And the last time we talked about this, I did mention how the Premier League that usually spends you can say an amount that you could, when you put together the total amount that all the leagues spend in the transfer window, it won't even come close to being half of how much the Premier League spends again in a single transfer window. But this past transfer window, the Premier League spent less. All the leagues were spent more than the Premier League, spent a lot more than the Premier League clubs. And that's because the Premier League's version of the FFP is strict. Is it called the profitability rule? I can't quite remember the term for it. So times have changed. So the fact that we have these young players, again, we signed these young players, these up-and-coming talents, some of them exceptional talents. You could argue like Kendrick Price, excellent talents actually. And then in a few years, we will not be spending a lot of money in the transfer market. And others will have problems spending that much money because if they want to sign quality players, they'll be spending, you can say, 100 million plus. But we will just be bringing back players from loan. Hopefully, again, I'm not saying that they will all work out. Some of them probably won't get a chance to play for Chelsea, to represent Chelsea. In my opinion, but I think it's a strategy that a lot of people aren't paying attention to, knowing that, they are being proactive here. They're being proactive. And believe me, these guys didn't become billionaires by being stupid. I get it, they've made mistakes. And you can argue the mistakes they've made are the reasons why we're struggling right now. But beyond that, if you're paying attention to what they're doing, you know that yeah, the future is bright. The immediate future is where we have a lot of issues, and it would take time for things to fall into place. And my bro here, the Bluetooth again is saying, Coach, that will be an epic collab. A carefree that she would love to come on your channel. You just again, here's the thing. Chances are that's the case because he's a very decent man. I think I've sent him a message actually trying to start a conversation with him. Then I can get the chance to tell him that I'd like to have him on the channel here, and I think he will. His presence will help us. Will help grow the channel, and he's a good guy. And I'm quite sure if time allows, he'd do that. And you're a moderator there. Let's push it. Let's push for it. Let's try and get it to work, and then have the conversation backstage. Now, please, we don't speak French here. I hope you understand by what I mean by saying that we don't speak French. Up the chance. Yep. Thank you so much, my Iraqi bro. Nice to see you. Keep the blue flag flying high. Hi, come on, you Blues. Let's go. Chelsea need to copy the Florentino Perez model. We can do better than them, actually. They spend a lot of money signing Galacticos every, I don't know, the frequency of how often they sign. I don't know how often they sign Galacticos, but they spend a lot of money signing Galacticos. But they also sign a lot of players very, very young. They've been doing that for years. They signed Vinicius Jr. at a very young age. They signed who else again? A lot of them. Marcelo, they signed him at a very young age. They've also signed the guy that we wanted to sign to. I can't quite remember his name. They've been doing that for years. Maybe and you can say Perez and Bori and what's his name? Todd Bowley and Igbali, they're actually friends. So maybe they've had conversations and they asked some questions, and probably they were the one that suggested to Chelsea to sign these players. Some of the players were signed at a very young age, and some of them loaned them out. I hesitate, but we don't know. And my Iraqi bro is saying, Coach, when Ruben Loftus-Cheek was at Chelsea, how good was he? Very good. I think he was. He had to be. You can say Ruben Loftus-Cheek. I must say has to be one of the most technically gifted player ever to have come through the Chelsea academy system. Let me just you can say not cause controversy here. You can say midfielders. In all honesty, that guy on here's the thing, on the Thomas Tuchel and subsequent managers after Thomas Tuchel. He didn't get a chance to play as an 8. At the time, we were playing players that weren't actually traditionally 8s in the number 8 position. And I wanted him to stay, but he had to leave. And look how well he's doing at AC Milan right now. And I wish him well. And in my opinion, I think he's better than some of the players we have here. But some probably the manager, our manager, I think will value one of them. Down to that individual's perceived industry, not necessarily because of his technical abilities, but he's moved on, and I wish him well. And I know he loves Chelsea and probably still loves Chelsea, but he was excellent. Yeah, I think people, you can say, just like to judge him and say all sorts of nonsense about him. But when he left, name the players, name any player you can say at 8 that we have right now that you tell me is better than Ruben Loftus-Cheek. And let's leave that for another day, and I'll take you on that. But despite the way, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. We have about 26 minutes to round up the show, and we have 23 likes. And please keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. And if you swipe up, you go full screen. That is if you're watching the show on a small device. And if you want to see the like incoming options, just press and hold your screen for half a second or maybe at most a second. The options will pop up, and please drop a like on the stream for us. Let's see what else we have here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. Coach, who do you think? I think Rich Moneymakers did ask a question there. I highlighted and probably was talking about moved on from it. He says, Coach, can you think of any experienced players that we can sign for Chelsea? Wow. If we're going to sign a centre back, I want Bastoni. He's still young, but he's garnered enough experience and can help lead the back line. Naturally, a born leader, in my opinion. I want Bastoni. I think Bastoni can be the guy for us. Yeah, I think Bastoni can be that guy. And I like him. Italian international. He's very young. He's still, how old is he actually? I can't quite remember. But he's played a lot of games. So I wouldn't mind Bastoni at Chelsea if we're going to sign a centre back. But that's the only player that comes to mind, honestly. We have a good squad. But the fact that Thiago Silva is leaving in the CC, he hasn't been consistent enough. As good as I'd argue he'd been, I don't know. There's a chance we'll end up not signing any centre backs, but we'll find out. Keep dropping likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the screen, the show this particular morning. At the same time, I'm trying to fix the issues I'm having here. Just give me 1 second. Okay, there you go. I was struggling with my soundboard window. Yeah, so that's it for me. Keep dropping the likes. Let's see anything else here to address. Yeah, I've said that, and just responding to the Bluetooth game. And you see this, it is true speculations. Big up. Let's see. Let's see what else we have here. Coach, who do you think is gonna get relegated to the championship this season? To Houston, it's looking like what's Vincent Company's team? It's looking like they're gonna get relegated. They're relegated, but mathematically they can still survive it. So I'd have to look at where they are, how well they've done so far. But right now, no, I can't say. And no, I can't. I'll look at it. I will still have a few games to go. Too early to call right now, in my opinion. Are you a member of the Care for me? I do go there. I'm subscribed to his YouTube channel. I do go there, but not a member. Okay, just having a couple. Okay, he's asking JC. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. In my opinion, Sheffield United, Burnley, and Everton. Everton is capable of surviving it, but like I said, I think it's too early right now, and it's not something I can do without looking at where they all are on the table. The number of points they have currently, and the games they still have to play. That would tell me a lot, because anything can happen. That's, you can say, the most interesting, you can say, part of the Premier League is watching the relegation battle. Yeah, let's see. Coach, do you know Jimmy? Nope, I don't know the person you're talking about. Can you imagine Roger speaking on Lewis' channel? Jimmy will be there. Let's see. Keep dropping likes on the stream, people. The likes to go along with 23 likes. We should be doing better than that. But of course, we're Chelsea fans and we're shameless. I don't know. I can't keep screaming like the video and also be begging this begging for likes with the poll when we should be busy when we should be busy hosting the show. I would have rather kept Ruben Loftus-Cheek instead of Gallagher. Don't put words into my mouth, and I'm not gonna say anything there. Let's see. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. On the Tuchel, Ruben Loftus-Cheek played at right wing, but what I paid attention to at the time was the application, not really the fact that he played in the right wing position. And actually, he enjoyed it. Especially, I think it was against Real Madrid. He was excellent, and that's because the application. People usually, when they see us at the time play, going to a game with a 3-4-2-1 structure, sometimes 3-4-1-2. Again, the variation comes down to how the manager wants again the front three to be positioned. But whenever he played in the right wing position, he enjoyed it, and that's because the application is more of him overloading the midfield area and also supporting in the attacking area, and he enjoyed it. He did well, and I I don't want to. It pains me. He's one player that we sold that pained me. Him, Kovacic, the two of them. Yeah, that really pained me. But despite the way, Ruben Loftus-Cheek didn't have a good reading of the game. Just like Gallagher, Ruben Loftus-Cheek could just play near final third. Uh, Anyway, let me just move on. Ruben Loftus-Cheek played decent in the right wing position. He did well in that position, in my opinion. But that's just me, and I'm entitled to my opinion, and you're entitled to yours. Coach Eugene will speak well of that. Bastoni's a choice, I think. Yeah, I think Eugene likes him. Bastoni will be, if we're going to sign a centre back, let it be Bastoni. I think, yeah, he's still young, but he's gathered enough experience that I think he will help lead our back line effectively. We don't need Bastoni at Chelsea. Levi Colwell is our Bastoni. Okay, if that's what you want. Levi Colwell is a potential. He's not there yet, but I think it's a good player in him. Let's see. Anything else? Big up to you too, my bro, at the by Mark and Jew. Nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for finding the time to join the show this particular morning. I hope you're being well. Coach, do you think it's a good idea for us to get a set piece coach? You just this is what's the language I'm looking for? You just asking the sort of question. It just looks as if you got a check and some instructions from me, begging you to please make the questions as easy as possible. And you know the answer to that question? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And that's because we're being awful. We can't defend set piece. And that's our Achilles heels. Heel, if you ask me, set piece. Yeah, we do, and you know that. Please stop. If you don't have any questions to ask, don't ask such questions so it doesn't come across as if I sent you a message begging you not to ask me difficult questions. But I get to the point. Let's see, 23 points, people. We should be doing much better than that. And I think the biggest problem is that a lot of people don't know how to find the like button when following the show when we are streaming in this format. It's usually difficult for a lot of people. I think the poll helped us figure that out. How long ago? I think that was a few days ago. But what you have to do is just press and hold your screen, for a half a second or at most a second, and then you see the like and comment options will pop up. Then please help us gather more likes. I appreciate you all. 641 views in the back end. That's good. I appreciate that. We're getting closer and closer to 20,000 subscribers. Right now, we are at 19,125 subscribers. Yeah, today wasn't again up to 120 actually, but we're getting there. This format helps us reach more people and helps us grow the community. So we will be mixing things up to grow our community. The aim is to reach 100 subscribers by the end of the season, which means I have to be doing a lot of YouTube shorts also. That has helped this channel grow a lot. And thanks to my wife, after my boy messed up the other iPad, which led to us using a generic thumbnail for our last show. She was happy that I didn't scream at my boy for breaking it. So she said, "Good, you know what? I'll get you another one." So I like that. And plus, but it will take a while for me to create another template for my lineup prediction videos, YouTube short videos. Except if I'm able to recover what I have in this iPad here, the broken one. Look what it does. You see the line, that's all you can see. The screen is broken. But I'm going to find time to break it and to fix it and transfer everything from that one to the new one so that maybe I don't, that will lead to me not needing, that would mean I don't have to recreate all my templates that I'll be using for YouTube Shorts. But that's fine. When we're moving, that's not what we're here to talk about. Coach, what's the beat of your podcast and Jerry Z? Is he in or out? Jerry Z is out right now, but he's trying to redefine what it means to say. You can say he's arguing that a watch out, you can say, means different. You can say watch out depends on the individual. For him, maybe I should have asked him, you could say, a question when I think he was trying to define, he was trying to explain to me during that show, that conversation, that watch out differs for individuals. And in this case, I can't quite remember what he said, even though I've watched the show once again. But he's trying to say that doesn't mean that he wants him fired. So, but I think I will get him to talk about it more. But that's why we keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes that do go along with 23 likes. We should be doing way, way better than that, people. Come on, and it's easy. And I'm going to say that again. I actually have a comment pinned down the top that educates you on what to do to see the likes and comment button. A comment button. Just what you do is just press and hold your screen for half a second or maybe up to a second, and then you'd see the option to like the video or comment on the video. I'm going to try. It looks like a lot of people are following the show on Instagram. I'm going to try to see if I can switch, but that will lead to the screen, to our picture. That will lead to our picture live. But I'm fully fit now, so I'm going to try to complete the maintenance and upgrades that we were working on before I got sick. Maybe that will help solve the issue for us. So just quickly, I'm seeing some updates here. Let me see if I can find them. What is David Onston saying there? Any news on Chelsea? Let's see. Nothing new. Okay, nothing there, but let me check. I think I saw something from PYS, and by the way, it should be pronounced PYS, and not because they're all not caps, which means it's not an abbreviation on yeah. Let's see on acronym. Oh my gosh, what am I looking for here? Just give me 1 second here. I think there's an update from PYS. I'm trying to find it here. I'll give me a second, but keep dropping the likes, dropping likes on the stream while you wait for me. PYS. Let me see. Wow, what the heck is going on here? PYS. People. Let's see. Oh my gosh, Chelsea Dodgers. I did see an update there, but because I'm using a new device, the cache is cleared and not able to see new stuff here. I can't find that particular report mentioning something about Chelsea Football Club, and I'm just going to move on from it. I can't find it. Let's see. Coach likes across his to tap in. Don't ask him. Really, is that what you're saying there? Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go along with 24 likes. And this is saying Poch doesn't want a set piece coach. We are looking to hire the Brentford set piece coach, the best in the country. You could argue, coach, and he he is a veteran. You mean good at his job? You could, yeah. Let's see a question here. Do you remember Ruben Loftus-Cheek volley against Crystal Palace in the FA Cup semi-finals? Under who was that? Under Mauricio Sarri? That volley, was it under Mauricio Sarri? I can't quite remember. A volley? No. Under Mauricio Sarri was a curler that he later was arguing with Eden Hazard whether his was better or Eden Hazard's was better. I can't quite remember, but I'm not too sure which one. Can you elaborate, or you can say try to explain more? So let me see if I can find the report from Pikes here. But this window is giving me a huge issue. It's slowing down my system, and I don't like that. I don't remember. Can you elaborate a bit? Let's see how many likes do we have here. I think we've gained more than 20 subscribers this morning, and I sincerely do appreciate that. Let's see what else we have here. I wanted Ibrahim Sangare at Chelsea when he was at PSV before he signed for Nottingham Forest. I liked him, actually. I liked him. I think when you watch him, you'd see. I see a player maturing into Yaya Torres type of player. He has a good shot in him, has excellent passing range, and also reads the game very well. Can fulfill the DM role effectively, in my opinion. So I wanted him, but for some reason we weren't serious when we were linked with a move for him. It turns out we weren't serious at the time. What we were hearing at the time were all just rumors. And once again, please, if you're following the show, it seems like a lot of you are following the show on X, formerly known as Twitter. If that's the case, please kindly take a second, like it, share, and also follow our account so that whenever we go live, you'll be notified and you will not miss anything. So I'm going to close the Instagram. We know it's causing a lot of issues here. I'm sorry. I'm going to close it out. Yep, there you go. I think we'll be better off now. So let me see if I can find that report that I got a notification from PIS, PYS. So I'm finding it difficult finding things on my iPad, the new iPad app, because the cache is cleared, so I can't search for names, and it gives me suggestions. Let's see. It was on the Tuchel when Chelsea played against Crystal Palace in the semi-finals of the 2022 FA Cup. Okay, but I remember his Coiler. Yep, I did clarify that the goal that I remember him scoring on the Sarri was the Coiler. So yeah, the volley I can't quite remember. Sangare would have been a perfect sitting DM for Chelsea to unleash the attacking minded midfield we have. Yeah, Casado, which we haven't seen the best of Casado yet at Chelsea. He has excellent passing range, reads the game well. He's an intelligent player. He has that you can say defense splitting pass in him. And we've seen flashes of that. I think on 2 occasions, he has 2 assists in total, doesn't he? Correct me if I'm wrong. He created 1 for Nicholas Jackson, 1 for someone else I can't quite remember. So he has that defense splitting pass in him, and I think we'd see more of that if we get somebody like Romeo Lavia back and he becomes a 6-6 and. Casado will now be allowed the independence or the freedom to be whatever he deems fit on the pitch. And Casado will help us defend from the opposition's area, and that's good. I think he's done quite well, but I don't think we've seen up to 50% of what he's capable of doing. And I'm happy that he's gradually coming into his own, and long may that continue. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go along. Well, I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show. 25 likes, I appreciate you. But I have to say this, we should be doing way better than that. But we are trusted fans and we're shameless. I have to beg you all for likes. And I don't blame you all. Again, the truth remains, a lot of people don't know how this format works. A lot of people don't know how this format works. But I'm going to keep trying to educate you. Press and hold your screen for half a second, at most a second. Then you see the option, the like incoming options. Please keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes to go a long way. The view is good because we have 716 views in total in the back end. Not bad, given that we've not streamed consistently for a while. But I'm fully fit now. Hopefully, my boys don't come home with something new. Let's see what else we have here. The next one says to get the best of Casado, we need Lavia in the midfield. Yep, I'd probably my suggestion would be to switch to a 4-3-3 structure. Casado central, flanked by was Enzo Fernandez on the left, where he played there for what's his club in Argentina, and for Benfica also. And for Argentina, he's always deployed on the left, and to his right, Moises Casado. I think would be unstoppable in my opinion. Even if Gallagher gets to play on the right to his right, it'd be a good midfield in my opinion. But let's see what happens. So let Romeo Lavia get well first. It just looks like my boss. Here's the funny thing. It just looks like you and I, we are in a bar having a good conversation while sipping on you know what. But I don't want to say you sip on again. I don't know whether you consume alcohol, given your probably what I believe is your faith. But let's move in from that. Put Kachila up front. Put Coachella up front, he would score 25 to 30 goals a year. When last did since I moved to Vegas, I haven't, you can say, played anything any serious football except when I juggle the ball with my kids because I again they like football too. You can say I didn't force them because that's all they see me watch and talk about all the time. So that you see it. But that's, by the way, I appreciate you. Thank you, Chilla. Will be our best. So I have a feeling Poch will still play Gallagher as an 8 in a 3-man midfield. Even if Casado, Enzo, Lavia, Guchico were fit. And that's very correct. And here's why I believe that's the case. And that's because Gallagher is different. Gallagher has no substitute. No other player offers what he brings to the table. No other player does that. No matter whether you think he's good enough or not, he's different. He's very unique. And from what we've seen so far, as long as Pochettino is our manager, he's going to be starting. Except if he's tired or if the manager decides to rest him, deeming, you can say, the game after a current game as more important than the current game, then that's when he drops into the bench. And I've been telling people that, except if you leave under the rock or maybe you're not paying attention, then you haven't realized that is actually the manager's most important player. Yep. Keep dropping the likes. I'm seeing people having the likes, 26 likes, but that's a shame. We should be doing way better than that. Let's see. Good day to you to Jump Out Entertainment. I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're doing well. Chelsea family, yeah, we're doing well. Nice to see you. I hope that your absence simply reflects the fact that you've been busy and that nothing bad happened on your end. Mabasel 5 saying, I miss Rudiger at Chelsea. He is the missing piece of the leadership role. Rudiger is a fighter that we don't have. These players, we don't have them anymore. Yeah, I agree. Rudiger's weakness is he cannot play in a back four, and he can only play in a back three. I don't know, and I don't want to debate that with you. But that's, by the way, Rudiger is a very unique player, and I think he's the guy, again, let me not just get into that. And we haven't replaced him. But I knew when he left, we'll find it difficult to replace him. I don't think we'll have another Rudiger at Chelsea. We maybe we can say, be lucky to get a player of a player that possesses similar attributes as Antonio Rudiger. But Antonio Rudiger is a different animal altogether. We waited so long, and he realized that if he leaves as a free agent, he'd earn a lot of money. If I were him, I'd do the same at the time too. And Jerry Z is in the chat promoting the video, the recording that I did with him. Please go check it out whenever time allows. And please be sure to leave a comment to help him grow his channel. Also, do subscribe if you haven't. I think he deserves to have at least 1,000 subscribers, given how good he is at doing this. Enjoy the latest podcast with Coachella as we delve deep into the struggles and the issues at Chelsea, along with a detailed breakdown of Pochettino's you can say start to life as Chelsea manager. Exactly, if that's correct, actually. I think Gilchrist can be our Rudiger, in my opinion. The CC as well, too. If he can improve on his decision making, you can say if he can perform consistently. I think the biggest issue with the CC, in my opinion, is lack of consistency. Today he's a world beater. Tomorrow he's making 10 mistakes per second. That's my biggest concern. But I still give him time, and that's because he hasn't played consistently centrally. Every now and then you see the manager moving to the right in the back four. But I have hopes that he will come good. But I'm concerned that he's not being consistent. Coach Bundesliga already I can't pronounce that. The Dutch league would be good. Good league for young players to develop. Players like Ugochukwu and Angelo. I'm not sure what the club will do with those players, but that's my opinion anyway. Let's see. Cannot believe we would hesitate to pay a player of this kind. What player are you mentioning? I'm not sure what player you're mentioning there. I'm getting tired, man. I think I need a break too. I didn't sleep early last night, so I think we should call this a day. We don't have anything else to address. When I searched for pies, I think I did see a report out there. I'm not sure why I'm not seeing it. Something popped up, but when I searched to bring up pies to check it, I didn't find anything. Just give me a second here. PYS. Let's say this is so address, keep double lights on the same. Poch in the board. They need to have more faith in our youth players. That's the manager actually. It's David Washington. Yeah, DW is it's a business that's used in the United States. So, but I get it. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, but I don't know why he hasn't been given enough opportunities to prove himself here, in my opinion. Yeah, I think I've seen the report that I was looking for. It reads, there's no suggestion Chelsea are going to offload Sterling or Mudryk this summer. I think we've addressed that too. So with that, we've come to the natural end of the show. And I told you guys during the start of the show, we don't have too much to talk about, but chances are we'll talk a lot about what we have to talk about today. The little we'll have lined up. And you can argue we've actually talked a lot about them. So it's about time we called it a day. So let me see what else we have here before we round off. Coach, what's your view about us replacing Poch with De Zerbi or Amorim? I don't want either of the two managers, and I've explained why. But thank you for asking that question. We don't need any manager that will compound the risks that we're facing right now. Which you can say, you simply said, we don't need to sign an unproven manager. I don't know any other way to put that. Coach Milos, okay, is a Hungarian left back who plays for AFC Bournemouth, and he is a Hungarian national team left back. In my opinion, I would take him at the left back. We need a backup for Chilwell, or maybe put Gusto in the left back position. Here's why I don't like using the term left backup. If you're using the term backup, that which simply means you are admitting that player in question isn't as good as a starting player, which definitely means once the starting player gets injured, or if the starting player isn't available for selection, you are settling for a player of you can say a player of much lower quality, which means the team's overall quality display will drop. So I'd like us to sign up players, good players, that you can say to compete for the starting place. And if you do that, when the starting player gets injured or isn't available for selection, whoever comes in will be good enough to do an equally good job, or maybe an even better job. And when you have such competition, it simply means whoever that's playing is good enough. So even in the absence of that person, the team's quality will not suffer, if that makes sense. Let's see what else we have here. Great show, Legend Coaching, great show. Legend just see, yep, I'll be rounding up soon. Peace out. Coach, you too, man. I strongly believe Mourinho is the man to lead this squad, and he will pull out good apples. Okay, I appreciate that. Gusto at left back with Reece James at right back would be a good fullback duo. Yeah, but we don't want to risk a situation where again where you say, I don't want us to put all our eggs in one basket. It's a huge risk. But that's fine. I think we've come to the natural end of the show. I want to appreciate you all for finding the time to join the show. 26 likes, and we've gained nearly 30 subscribers this particular morning, and I sincerely do appreciate that. 790 views in the back end. It will take a while before that reflects in the front end. With that, I want to say thank you to Mabas05, and thank you to Phil, who was on the panel with me. Thank you to Jump Entertainment. Thank you to the Reach Morning Makers. Thank you to JC, Jerry Z, so to speak, from Blue Board Analysis. Be sure to go check out that particular video. And thank you to Adebayo, Mark and Jew. Thank you to JC, all of you. I appreciate you all. And thank you to my bro, the Blue Tiffle Game. I appreciate you all. And if I miss your name, apologies. I'm only human. See you guys next time. God bless us all and cheers.
I wake up every minute with the fever dreams. I push my mind to a limit where it needs to be. I work blind, got vision I don't need to see. I'm picking mind over matter, I believe in me. I need to find more hours in the day to breathe. Need to find more power in the way I be. And when my mind turns sour with the painful scenes, I need to scream out loud, I can't stop me. I wanna be the greatest like Rocky. You know I leave them all hating like a hobby. I'm out here making moves like a lobby. And if you ain't with me, it's your loss. See, I got my mind on the facts. I'm a python, grab what I like real fast. Choke until I have everything I attack, everything that I lack, everything that I want, and I see, matter of fact.
I'm my own worst enemy. Only if I let it be. I can control anything if I can just think carefully. I control my destiny. Deep up in my mind I manifest it. Every morning I wake up obsessed, and everything I do the best. And deep within my mind, you know I'll always manifest it. I'm my own worst enemy. Only if I let it be. I can control anything if I can just think carefully. I control my destiny. Deep up in my mind I manifest it. Every morning I wake up obsessed, and everything I do the best. And deep within my mind, you know I'll always manifest it.
I wake up every minute with the fever dreams. I push my mind to a limit where it needs to be. I work blind, got vision I don't need to see. I'm picking mind over matter, I believe in me. I need to find more hours in the day to breathe. Need to find more power in the way I be. And when my mind turns sour with the painful scenes, I need to scream out loud, I can't stop me. I wanna be the greatest like Rocky. You know I leave them all hating like a hobby. I'm out here making moves like a lobby. And if you ain't with me, it's your loss. See, I got my mind on the facts. I'm a python, grab what I like real fast. Choke until I have everything I attack, everything that I lack, everything that I want, and I see, matter of fact.
I'm my own worst enemy. Only if I let it be. if I can just think carefully. I control my destiny. Deep up in my mind I manifest it. Every morning I wake up obsessed, and everything I do the best. And deep within my mind, you know I'll always manifest it. I'm my own worst enemy. Only if I let it be. I can control anything if I can just think carefully. I control my destiny. Deep up in my mind I'm in a
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good. Fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts. I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong. I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth. Can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have it douse, not what I'm about. Have your cloud, it be raining now. I keep making sound, go another round. I'm legend bound, can't stop me now.
You don't wanna fuck with me. A slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can.
Anything negative, cause I just wanna hear it out your mouth, yeah. Give me fuel, it's a tool that I use to go ahead and run my mouth, yeah. I take shots, I take loss, I make shots, I miss lots. That's how you get big box, you get yachts, you swing lots and pop off a big shot. I ain't done chasing, got big dreams, bigger things, impatient. Who's at the top think they need replacement? Who's at the top think I'm gonna erase it? Face it, I don't give up quick, I don't give up, I won't give up this. Cause I know that I want it, know that I'm on it, I'll make it, I promise.
You don't wanna fuck with me. A slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good. Fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts. I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong. I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth. Can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have it douse, not what I'm about. Have your cloud, it be raining now. I keep making sound, go another round. I'm legend bound, can't stop me now.
with me. A slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can.
Anything negative, cause I just wanna hear it out your mouth, yeah. Give me fuel, it's a tool that I use to go ahead and run my mouth, yeah. I take shots, I take loss, I make shots, I miss lots. I tell you get big box, you get yachts, you swing lots and pop off a big shot. I ain't done chasing, got big dreams, bigger things, impatient. Who's at the top think they need replacement? Who's at the top think I'm gonna erase them? Face it, I don't give up quick, I don't give up shit, I won't give up this. Cause I know that I want it, know that I'm on it, I'll make it, I promise.
You don't wanna fuck with me. A slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and show you things that you